Hello everyone, and welcome to a tutorial on how I make my zoos. So we're gonna start with the layout. Basically, you just choose a block, like, for now let's just go with Acacia. And this one looks nice. This one's also kinda cool. And I just kinda outline the shape of the exhibit that I want. And often I will, sometimes it depends, but most of the time I'll pick the species before creating the outlines for the exhibits and the rest of the zoo. For example, in the Alex's Mob Zoo, I did not actually plan the enclosures out pretty much at all. I just kind of went as I went and filled out the space gradually. And but I did have a list of species that I wanted to include, and I kept them in a shulker box. Like, I kept all their spawn eggs in a shulker box. So today we're just gonna do one animal, because sometimes I'll theme it, but today this is just gonna be dedicated to the tiger, because I haven't done that one yet. Just outline the enclosure first. And it's important to know, like, what the vibe you're going for is, like, what kinds of blocks you're using. Sometimes you just gotta know, like, what you're going for. Like, do you want a nice, pristine quartz prismarine bricks? Do you want this woody, earthy kind of thing? Do you want a bunch of stone, a bunch of, like, castles? I'm gonna switch out that stuff behind there with cobblestone. I feel like even though it kind of looks good, I think it would just look better if we had just all stone here. So as I like to call them, these are the tile blocks. These are the wood blocks, these are the stone blocks, and while there are a few other types, like greens and other things, they don't tend to be the base makeup of stuff. For the most part, most builds you're gonna see are gonna be made out of these as basic, at least the good builds. Some people will go with, yeah, not to say anything about certain people's styles, like some people really like this. It's just that, compared to the other bases, maybe I'm not as experienced with it, but it just doesn't hold the same kind of, like, can't get the same kind of shapes out of it because concrete doesn't come in stairs and stuff. The closest you're gonna get's like quartz. And that's a tile block, not a concrete. So yeah, main categories are gonna be the concretes, the stones, the woods, and the tiles. Or at least that's how it floats around in my mind. It probably doesn't work the same in everyone's. And also, my way is probably weird, but I kind of just accept that. So yeah, after you've kind of picked out the vibe you want, I think since we're doing a tiger, we're gonna want something kind of woody, if that makes sense. So we're probably gonna want something kind of black and white, or not black and white, that's the zebra. Orange and black, like, you know, like a convict. And I think we're gonna want it to be somewhat rough, which is why I chose just this down here instead of that nice pattern. Because the nice pattern almost resembles the tile block more than the wood block. Yeah, and then you kind of place posts around where you think you need posts. Like, maybe leave a few larger gaps. In fact, I'm gonna get rid of this one. Maybe this one too. Place one here. Sometimes I'll do it randomly like this, or other times I'll kind of just go like, 1, 2, 3, 4, place, 1, 2, 3, 4, place, 1, 2, 3, 4, place. You know, kind of like that. But right now we're just doing a little bit of a random thing because tiger stripes aren't evenly spaced, if you, like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, you've seen tigers before, I assume. They're pretty common in zoos. There's Bengal tigers. Not all. I actually have only seen Bengal tigers in my life, but that's besides the point. And then, if you have, like, we're gonna say this whole curved arc out here is the viewing angle, because you're gonna feel, like, it just feels a little more dynamic when it's smooth like this, as opposed to just walking along this, like, you know, flat surface. So we're gonna want something to cover up the back here. And what you have as the background really does matter. You could have moss, you could have mossy cobble. Like, if you're in a mountain setting, you could have a lot of stone. If you're in a jungle setting like we are now, you could put moss. Or sometimes if you want to, like, feel like you're in the zoo, you know, like, you just want to know that, like, these are enclosures. You put, like, some kind of brick at the back here. For example, these rotated cobbles. Ooh, how about actually, let's go with these dirt bricks. We'll go dirt bricks as our backdrop right now. And don't worry, you can do other things. I just have a lot of chisel mods, and so I use a lot of chisel mods. Well, for the second only one. Well, two. I have one for connected glass, and I have one for these blocks. Right, and then you want to choose a glass, depending on what you're doing. Like, if you have an aquarium, you're gonna want to pick something... Well, actually, hold on. Wait a minute. Just occurred to me. Like I said, I'm using a chisel mod. But if you want to use that chisel mod too, it's called Connected Glass and Rechisel. Those are the two mods. And if I go into... No, not glass. Glass. And I scroll down, I have clear ones, I have the normal ones with, like, the little bubble, like, little streaks. And then I have the really scratched stuff. And if you're doing, like, a glass fence somewhere, like, if this were just, like, a one-high thing, I would use, like, scratched glass and then put some trapdoors on top. Perhaps not this, though, because, like, this shape makes it clear that it's only got one orientation. And the color doesn't quite match. Hold on. Let's go with the case trapdoor. Jungle, let's go. Sorry, I've been using a texture pack for a while, and I kind of just realized how much it changes things. Alright, which trapdoor do we want to use? Alright, maybe we'll just use, like, this kind of trapdoor. Of course, there's a tiger enclosure, so I don't know why I'm putting so much effort into this just little tiny bit. And maybe you probably wouldn't want it exactly matching the ground anyway, but... In fact, I'm gonna turn on my texture pack. Hold on a second. Yeah, it gets rid of that little handle there, so you just get a nice railing. But yeah, we're not doing a fenced-in one because tigers, they can easily jump over that and kill people. So for our panes, we're gonna do some light gray tinted. Alright, and now that we have an enclosure drawn out, what's going in it? Do we put jungle trees? Or do we potentially do a custom tree? On texture pack changes, dark oak would actually work better. Normally I would use spruce with jungle because it just fits the color tone more, but in fact, hold on. We're gonna do a mix here. We're gonna have one custom tree. I haven't done any custom trees on the channel yet, but trust me, I can do them. Actually, I may have done one. Yeah, I think I did a few in the Arctic Zoo video, which if you haven't watched it, please do. It was a good zoo, and when I polled you guys to see which ones you liked, no one liked it for some reason, and I'm disappointed by that, because it's honestly probably one of my favorites. And with these trees, you just kind of want to arc it up at a natural angle, like you saw me do here. And I would try to explain it, except I don't know how, because it just naturally... like, I don't know how to explain how I make my builds look good. The simple thing is they just do. It's just kind of a thing that goes on subconsciously when I'm doing these things. I don't think about it at all. We'll have some nice big knobbly roots. Ooh, and make sure you don't have anything too close to the side of the fence that the animal could theoretically climb and jump out of. I've had situations like that before. It's not fun. Yeah, this texture pack, while I like it for the trapdoors, I don't think I really like how well, like, I don't like these wood, how they make it dark around the edges so it doesn't quite fit with the rest of the wood. That's better. I had daylight turned off, but I guess I never changed it. And then with the leaves, you can do a variety of different things. Like I said, somewhat subconscious, but there's a conscious element to it, unlike the other stuff. With these, like, perhaps right now, we don't have to use strictly jungle leaves. The other trees have jungle. The other trees will have jungle leaves, so perhaps we want to use acacia or azalea. Yeah, let's use azalea. Especially since they have nice, soft noise. Which I think fits better with my voice, because I tend to be a soft speaker, at least in real life. Maybe I'm not in the video, though. I don't know, I've been told my voice is weird, so, like, thanks for those comments. That certainly helped my, self-esteem. Also, I can make it weirder if you really want me to. It's really just... I can just kind of do it. So, keep saying it's weird, and I will start doing this all the time, and it will really be weird. Got that? Good. Okay, bye. Wait, don't leave the video. Yes, no, but like, really? I hear enough about my voice in real life. I don't need to hear it here either. An example of a comment I've had in real life is, "You sound like Squidward." And I kind of agree with that, but I don't want to do this. Sometimes I'll kind of go in and cut the flowers, but I think we're gonna... Actually, how about we do... because we're theming orange here. So I think we should just go in and replace some of these orange tulips. By the way, fun fact, did you know there was a tulip market in the Netherlands for a while? A specific kind of tulip where you would buy the seeds before they were even made, like stalks. It was just ridiculous. Anyway, here's our exhibit. And perhaps if we want to add a little bit of a water feature in here, we'll just kind of carve out a small shape in the ground. And do we want mud around it? I don't think we want mud around it this time around. Perhaps a little gravel at the bottom. Not AutoCAD. maybe a little clay too. Why not? And then if you really want, you can kind of scatter a little bit of moss around. Like, in my mangrove greenhouse, I had a bunch of moss, but it was in layer form on top of the mud. Because with the Ecologics mod that I had... Moss? I can stack this up, which is super cool. But we're not gonna go that deep in here now. Because doing that takes a lot of time, and this is just supposed to be a short little tutorial. And I tend not to use azalea bushes, because I've noticed that mobs will get trapped on them. So we have this nice azalea tree instead. Oh, and the Ecologics mod, it also adds azalea wood. And that's just like you can get that lush stuff, or you can get just a clean, unflowered. So, clean, flowered, clean, flowered, clean. Okay, that's off topic. And now, and I know this exhibit's a little small, it's just a tutorial, like a sample. So, here we are. Here is our tiger in a beautiful little jungle we built for it. And if we really want to get fancy, we can get a dispenser, some redstone, I don't tend to use wool, but I think we will, just, I don't know. I don't know why. I just feel like it today. Polished blackstone, oh. And another thing you can do is if you want to make it look like nails, or bolts to hold your glass in, you can get these, and it'll look like little nails or bolts. Maybe just on that side. But yeah, if we really want to go above and beyond, we can feed this creature. Maybe not live prey, that might be too violent for a zoo setting. Even if I did do it with the giant moth. How about instead, we'll just do mutton. Because it still applies to killing half, it's just off screen. And we're gonna want to go here, do this, here. And then go here. Down. Until I see that. And then if we kind of just like put this here, like you can hide it with the grass, but for now we're not going to. And see, once the button stops being pressed, it'll release something. And for now we're gonna have it do food. Wait. Don't you eat? Oh. I guess it just doesn't run to the food. Alright, let's try the button while it's on there. Ah, there we go. See, you can feed the tiger. Isn't that cool? I think I did that with a few of the exhibits in like the first zoo. Alright, now that I've shown you this, how about we do just another example with another species I haven't done? The bald eagle. So, outline. And here we have a little eagle exhibit. With a dead tree for it to perch on, and it stays still because I tamed it. And if I really wanted to, I could stick like a hood on it too, so I could control it. In fact, there's a cool thing you can do with the eagles. Hold on. So you tame a fish oil, and then falconry hood, falconry glove. Hey, hey, hey! Hey. There you go. Where'd it go? Hey, get back here! Hood! And glove. Gotcha. And we are an eagle now. And whoosh, flying over the mesa as a bird. Now I gotta be careful because I'm pretty sure he's got a range just like drones. In fact, that's really what this is. It's a bird that's a drone. But that's what all birds are. They are just government-controlled drone. Oh, hello. Yeah, gotcha. Oh. They accidentally, turned on recall. Wait. Because if you get too far, like I said... Uh-oh, recall. It just kind of goes back to you. And if I fly into my... Whoa. My head's still moving around even though I'm the eagle. And I shift and I got the bird back. You! Hello! Say hello to my little friend, Toucan. There's a friend, haha! Gotcha. Oh, I can't drown it. Hold on. I gotta drown the bird. Apparently I can't. Maybe not harming the one in our enclosure. But could this thing, like, take down a tiger? If I just used my, like, bird drone. Da 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 da. Fly. Up, up, up. Ah. Wait, where is it? Oh, right, and I forgot they can go invisible. I don't think there's a safe way to attack this. Because as soon as you get close to the ground, it's gonna pounce. And there's a really dangerous grapple move it can use to hold you in place while it does that. Chat! Ow! 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 Wait. No. Did I really just kill a tiger with an eagle? Beware, you are not safe from me, little kitty cat. Stay. And if I take the hood off, like if I... Like, I just know that if I take the hood off, then this bird actually, like, it just goes to whatever target you attack with. No. Attack bird. Oh, whoops. Go, my good eagle, where'd the tiger go? Ah, there it is. Fly! Make haste! Oh, uh-oh. Alright, looks like only a player-controlled eagle can really handle this. And I think it's because of the attack mechanics. But aren't tigers just so cool? I made an hour-long recording out of a tutorial video. You can go through these. Alright, thank you for watching. This has been the Riot Alien, and I leave in peace.